People wanting to be filmmakers see anything short of being famous as a failure. But is it really a good idea to be this concerned about relevancy? No. Let me backtrack for a second. In 2014, I had 12,000 subscribers and was invited to special guest at this small event called MagCon. By small, I mean 2,000 screaming girls showed up. The weekend this happened, I gained 5,000 followers on Instagram, 2,000 on Twitter, and was added by 900 people on Snapchat. I thought I was famous. I thought I was the next young teenage star to hit the internet. But when I was no longer a special guest at this convention, I found myself losing the audience I had gained because I was no longer around the famous people they followed me to see. Not only was I losing an audience that I thought was making me famous, I was losing myself to the idea of being famous again. It was an addiction, and the weekend of that convention was my high. For years I tried to feel that accomplished, to be recognized by that many people, but it never happened, and I found myself making content that was so obviously a cry for attention. Now let's fast forward to what I've learned and what I want you to know. Nobody noticing your work isn't a sign that you should quit. It just means you need to work harder. There are so many things you should worry about before relevancy. Like as simple as, how fancy do you want your setup to be? Simple? Advanced? Next level high-tech shit? What genre you're genuinely passionate about making? Romance? Action? Suspense? Actually becoming skilled at the technical side of film. Learning difficult softwares only makes you a better asset for companies like National Geographic, Lucasfilms, Warner Brothers, etc. Don't put yourself in a box. Learn everything. Because at the end of the day, you're as good as the work you make. I don't get millions of views, but YouTube flew me to New York and put me in a nice hotel and fed me for a week because they liked a video I made that only had 2,000 views. Now that is what filmmaking is all about. Making things you're proud of, because someone will notice. Fame doesn't happen overnight, so don't rush it. It'll only make the ride there suck. So think of yourself first, and relevancy last.